this some kind of joke? I've been trick-or-treated to death tonight.
You don't know what death is.
What's going on, horror fanatics? Welcome to I Shot Him 6 Times YouTube horror movie channel. As you know, I'm your host and creator of the channel, Marcus, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about an article that was published earlier this morning from Scream Rant, who had an exclusive interview with Scream icon Skeet Ulrich, where he was going to give insight on Scream 7, serving as the planned conclusion to the Samantha Carpenter character storyline. If you haven't done so already, please shoot this video a like. It definitely helps out with the YouTube algorithm a ton, as well as if you happen to be a new viewer to this channel, please shoot that subscribe button as well as that notification icon so you get all the latest content updates to the channel. If you also would like to become a member here to the channel, shoot that join button you see present on the channel dashboard. So first and foremost, I want to give a shout out to Scream News over on Twitter for sharing this article. This is the first place that I saw this article that was published by Scream Rant's Ryan Northrup earlier this morning. That is captioned, Scream Sam's storyline was pitched as a 3-movie arc, reveals Skeet Ulrich. Exclusive. Skeet Ulrich explains how Scream 7 would have served as the conclusion of the 3-movie arc planned for Melissabarrera's Sam Carpenter. Skeet Ulrich reveals more details about Sam's planned 3-movie arc and what might have been to come in Scream 7. After 4 previous films, Wescraven's popular horror series got a soft reboot in 2022, introducing new characters like Melissabarrera's Sam and Jennaortega's Tara. Sam and Tara both returned for Scream 6 last year with a story that touches on Sam's heritage as billyloomis' Ulrich's daughter. Barrera, however, was fired from Scream 7 following social media posts regarding the Israel-Hamas conflict. In an exclusive interview with Scream Rant to promote Faster Purple Worm Kill Kill, Ulrich reveals that Sam's character arc was originally pitched to him as one that would take place across 3 movies. The in-development Scream 7 may have more fully explored Sam's connection to Billy and whether her heritage gives her a desire to kill, according to the actor. Check out Ulrich's full comment when asked whether Sam's killer instinct would have played a role in the next movie. Exactly that. I was hoping for exactly that, and that's sort of the idea that was pitched to me a couple of years ago, that it was a 3-movie arc with that in mind. Now, I never saw any of the drafts of 7 or anything that, and I don't know, it's possible that it didn't include any of that as well. But yeah, that was my hope, is that if it was going to mean anything, that it directly impacted the plot. Okay everyone, so Skeet goes on to confirm that when he was approached to be a part of these more recent Scream films, the pitch was made to him that his character Billy Loomis had a daughter in Samantha Carpenter that we would be following, and that the plan was to do a trilogy surrounding this character, where in the final film, which would be Scream 7, we could see more of the killer instinct that she inherited from her father, and that this is something that he hoped to see and would hope to be essential to the plot for Scream 7 in order for the Carpenter-Loomis storyline to have meaning and purpose. This is something that fans, myself included, was hoping Scream 7 would explore more and play on the notion of Sam actually turning into Ghostface even further. For me, the way she killed Richie Kurtz in Scream 5 really stands out. We've seen how ruthless she could be while stabbing someone, and in Scream 6, with the incorporation of the Woodsboro Truther rumors and being framed by the Bailey/Kirsch family, the creative team definitely seemed to lean into the possibility of seeing more of the Loomis' murderous ways come out of Samantha. And though some fans feel that the ending of Scream 6, especially now with how everything has played out for Scream 7, was the proper send-off for the Samantha Carpenter character, with her dropping the Billy Loomis mask and walking away with her sister Tara, keep in mind that this was not the plan, as we are all well aware. Even radiosilence confirmed this in an interview with Collider after Scream 6's release, even hinting at Samantha Carpenter possibly accepting the killer within her.
Does Sam dropping the Billy Loomis mask signify that she's kind of moved on, or is there a chance that we'll see him return in the visions in the future?
I think that darkness is something that character will always have in her. I think it's the thing that we love about Sam, that she's circling a solution or some reconciliation with that part of herself, but that's not going to just happen. It's not going to happen that quickly. And we love that darkness is something that will...
And it's not about overcoming it and getting rid of it. It's about accepting it. That's the thing
dealing with it. Now, when I first started doing videos here on YouTube after Scream 5 was released, some of my first few videos were Samantha Carpenter theory videos based on what I had seen from the character in the film, and I was, and I still am in many ways, heavily into the idea of her being a mastermind Ghostface who is finishing her father's legacy in a way that it was intended to be finished. Sam's father Billy, and his partner Stu Mocker. Their plan was to frame Neil Prescott for the murders and present themselves as surviving victims to make it to the sequel of their quote-unquote movie.
Let's face it, baby, these days, you gotta have a sequel.
I felt in so many ways this was the direction we were going in with the Samantha Carpenter character coming out of Scream 5. I felt she was being positioned as our new final girl, but ultimately it was going to be revealed that she was a mastermind ghostface behind the newest killing sprees, more notably Scream 5's killing spree, to recreate her father's movie in the way he envisioned it for himself. I cited the 5 years where Samantha had left Woodsboro and no one knows what she did in those 5 years of being away, and how that would be more than plenty of time to plan the events that took place in Scream 5. I also cited the fact that Richie Curse somehow knew Sam was having visions of Billy, but yet Sam never told Richie anything about Billy being her father, so why would she tell him about having visions of her dead dad, especially when it was implied that Sam was trying to be low-key about being Billy's daughter. Those things and plenty more little clues in Scream 5 led me to believe we could potentially see Samantha Carpenter revealed as a mastermind Ghostface who is one of the creators behind the Stab subreddit and the Ghostface cult, and that she helped start up these new murders to not only keep the legacy her father created alive, but redefine it. What do I mean by redefine it, you may ask? If Sam were to eventually be revealed in Scream 7 as the mastermind Ghostface that she was suspected of being by the many people posting on the Woodsboro Truther that Quinn Bailey had started, and as it was framed to look in Scream 6, then we would have gotten the first Ghostface in Scream franchise history who not only made it to the sequel as Billy and Stu had planned for themselves in the original film, but the trilogy, the third chapter of their quote-unquote movie, meaning we would have gotten revealed that we, the audience, have been following a Ghostface killer in Samantha through these 3 films, a first in the Scream franchise, and something that I thought would add some freshness to the franchise, because as Amber Freeman would like to say,
you know what the biggest problem with the Stab movies is? There's no Michael Myers or Jason Voorhees. No bad guy to keep coming back.
Keep in mind that Wes Craven and Kevin Williamson were initially going to go this route with the Jill Roberts character by having her return in their original plans for Scream 5 that was ultimately scrapped. Now that Melissa Barrera is no longer playing the role of Samantha Carpenter in Scream 7, many fans speculate that we will never get the conclusion to the character's story unless Spyglass Media sells the rights to Scream, and whatever studio buys it from them is willing to bring Melissa and the Samantha Carpenter character back to finish the story in a later film. However, though some may not like what I'm about to say, we do have to keep this in mind. If Scream 7 turns out to be a success, Spyglass Media may not sell the rights to Scream. There is no indication at this time that they are even planning to sell the rights to Scream even after Scream 7's release, but a lot of fans are wanting it to happen, so you know that Spyglass does hear the noise, so there is a chance that they could sell the rights to Scream. In my opinion, it's 50-50 at this time based on the pending performance and fan reception for Scream 7. But if the film does turn out to be a success, and if the film continues on the original timeline that is set between films 1 through 6, then they could simply have the writers write the core 4 out of 7's story, which is already assumed to be happening, and decide to recast the Samantha and Tara Carpenter characters and bring back Mason Gooding and Jasmine Savoy Brown as the twins Chad and Mindy Meeks Martin, or do a complete recasting of the core 4 and bring them back in a later film. I add in recasting Chad and Mindy's characters for the sole fact that Mason and Jasmine are very close with Melissa Barrera and Jenna Ortega outside of the Scream films, and they may not want to reprise their roles as the twins without Melissa and Jenna reprising their roles as Sam and Tara Carpenter. Again, I know this way of finishing the Carpenter Loomis storyline may not be the most popular, but it is an option nonetheless. I will close out the video by saying this. I do feel that not being able to continue the Carpenter Loomis storyline has deprived the Scream franchise of a tremendous opportunity of making Samantha Carpenter into a mastermind Ghostface that we have followed over these 3 films, as being able to do so, following through with it, and setting it up correctly from a writing standpoint. If this was the intended direction for the character or something along those lines, it would have not only broken new ground for the franchise, but would have allowed the franchise to reinvent itself in the way it helped reinvent the horror genre back in 1996. But unfortunately, we have to move on from the idea of Samantha Carpenter and her story being finished in the Scream franchise until shown otherwise. But okay, everyone, that is it for this video. Leave a comment in the comment section below and let me know your thoughts on Skeet Ulrich's comments and the originally planned 3-film story arc for the Samantha Carpenter character. Do you think we would have seen Sam give into her killer instinct in Scream 7 and become Ghostface? As well as let me know if you think we will ever get a conclusion to the character story in a later film, with Melissa Barrera reprising her role as the character, or will a new actress be cast to step in and take over as Samantha Carpenter? Once again, this is I Shot Him 6 Times YouTube horror movie channel. I'm your host and creator of the channel, Marcus. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, and TikTok. Thank you all for watching.